I'm ready.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Scheduled Conflicts.
You were more ready than the rest of us.
Normally I would ask you guys where we left off last time, but I think I will be taking the reins on this one for just dramatic effect.
Yes.
The Laffy has noble Eladrin Demil Varelius hooked into his arm. She is the city.
What? Oh wait, I'm not there.
Yo, Laffy's the only other one in the room aside from me being completely hidden, and I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Conversation's gonna keep going as Alaiis stared dumbfounded. I don't remember exactly what I said last time. I'm so sorry. Gerg is tired today. Very unfortunate.
You were under the assumption that we already knew what was going on, but he just revealed this whole new fold of it.
More stuff going on.
Queen Alaiis didn't just name the city after herself from arrogant high horse position or nepotism. She literally is the city.
What?
From every cobbled stone to every blade of grass.
What about the people in the city?
I don't know how she does it. We're all under her control.
We need to talk more than... I thought we were enemies, but it seems we have the same goal.
Yes, and I would very much like you to put your arm out from underneath my throat.
Yes, of course. Laffy lets go, and motions, okay, change of plans, everyone, get in here. Saying that to outside, of course.
Of course you weren't alone.
We're careful. Very careful.
I peek out from the darkness, and I'm just like, yeah, if you think that he was going to come in here all by his lonesome, you're kidding yourself.
I didn't even know you were tailing me.
When did you get in here?
Good question. Next question.
Laffy's normally very good at catching things. Laffy had no idea you followed him in.
Maybe it's supposed to stay that way, Laffy.
This is some news for me.
Yeah, hi, Barres. Wow. If you could repeat what you just told to me to everyone here.
It's the most closest guarded secret of the country of Alaiis.
And if you seek to break Alaiis, then you'd best let all of us know, because we seek the same.
Seek, protect my daughter. Which might as well be everything in the book. Where to begin?
Barres, do you have extra chairs?
You're asking for chairs.
I feel like this is going to be a long story.
I'm sorry you hit a bombshell like that and you want to sit down.
Most people do like to sit when they're about to hear whether or not their wife can be saved. Thank you.
I have one chair because this is the ringmaster's tent. One
Well,
ringmaster,
maybe
one
give it
chair.
to him because he... Listen. considering all the things that he's kind of going through.
I am
Which,
sorry.
by
I
the way,
was
need I
almost.
remind you?
I am sorry. I
Need
was
I remind
almost
you?
killed.
Need I remind you that it's kind of your fault that, his wife is kind of in this position, and you really kind of put this on yourself. And frankly, you're lucky that we're on your side.
Daughter.
Maybe you might want to help him out as best as you possibly can. I'm just saying.
Daughter.
I was referring to Alaiis.
Don't get me wrong, your family's cool and all, but I also very much so care about my family. Alaiis now just sitting on the ground.
When Queen Alaiis was first invading the Feywild, we were able to quell her advances. She fled for a time being. About a century later, returned. Much, much stronger than before. We were unable to quell her second attack. Then she made us an offer. An offer we couldn't refuse. Once a month, for 100 years. Or to offer up one of our people to join her. Or as you've all been informed of as the sacrifice. You're coming to the end of that century now. Sadiel was going to. I not know what she is thinking. Omnipotence. Marriage. Joust. I served as the ambassador to Feywild and Alaiis. Almost like a steward. A most trusted confidant. When I heard that Sadiel was going to be the final sacrifice, I barely stomach it. Before I had a chance to think, she had vanished. Putting us in the predicament that we're now in. Not even a goodbye. It's this grisly and venomous letter from Assailant. Dare not repeat the filth that was on it.
I'm immediately looking over to Tora.
Tor is trying very hard not to make eye contact with you right now.
But as her confidant, I was able to learn many of the secrets, including the fact that she is in every aspect of her city. I do not know the history of this, or the history of Alaiis. I can only assume that she's been doing this to gain more power. And once she has everything she wants, I fear that the Feywild is next.
For our team, I don't remember the exact wording of what was our warning we got.
Before we go any farther, I'm insight checking this. I want to feel out how honest this guy's being.
Sure, roll me an insight.
21.
21. You get a sense that he knows your guys' history and that he is now currently between a rock and a hard place. If he doesn't spill this, he's dead. If he does, he's also dead. So he is... You can... As a gambling man yourself, you can see he's hedging his bets. And trying to be upfront with his... as much as he's willing to bet.
So in all this time to think, have you actually figured out how to keep your daughter safe from a god?
It would be an impressive feat for sure.
Sort of like rubs his amulet. He's trying. It's that perhaps Alaiis couldn't reach.
That's only prolonging the inevitable. That's not the same as protecting her.
I mean, any other details? We're a clever bunch, as you've no doubt learned. Maybe we can find a way to combine plans.
I will say you have confirmed my suspicions a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen Sadiel, haven't you?
Looking to the rest of the group here is like, do we open up since he was open with us?
I'm gonna nod and basically just say,
She's safe. For the moment.
She's not happy with you.
Imagine not. Being the last sacrifice while I, under the grace of Queen Alaiis, am to be lifted up to power in the Feywild. Bitter. Its core.
It certainly makes you seem evil.
I guess that's why I was chosen. Queen Alaiis found a certain appeal with Autumn Court. Governed itself. Endless bounties, abundance. Charity. We saw those traits within us and perhaps she wished that for herself. I am not defending what she is doing in order to attain this. She has taken thousands of Eladrin over the last 100 years. All to maintain this facsimile of peace. And the eldest of us are rightful for what happens when that century-old pact comes to an end. I had considered many different things, many of them selfish. Abscond with my daughter, run away, leave. Let her die so that I may perhaps maintain some level of peace in the Feywild. Do not take pride in the position that I'm in. I see no way to stop her.
That makes Alafi immediately look at the rest of the group.
Well, we're looking to stop her too.
Do you know what the Comet Forge is?
I've heard it mentioned in soft tones before.
Old legends?
Point is, we're searching for it.
Alafi, roll me an insight check.
Yeah. Yeah. One team.
You can see he's very hesitant to answer that wholeheartedly.
Hesitant?
Forgive me. For some reason, I just thought I could somehow salvage this still, but I'm at a loss. Queen Alaiis may have reached out to some people. Start hunting for the forge.
She wants to stop us. Understandably so.
She's going to fail.
It's hard to beat prophecy.
It seems whatever this Comet Forge is, be the only thing that would stop her.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. And we may know where it is. Well, we may know who knows where it is.
Tell me. You wouldn't happen to know the name Pisselhawk, would you?
Unfortunately, we do.
Oh, damn it. How? I guess, well, no, you, of all people, it makes sense, would have an inkling of that name.
It was the one she mentioned when she called for help.
Oh, that makes sense.
And
I don't like that that makes sense.
She made
So,
lofty promises for the return of any knowledge of this forge. He told him to seek the forge's protectors.
Forge's protect.
I know who that is.
Ah,
The Alaiis.
Mm-hmm.
how much do you know about the Amber Lights?
Aside from being the adoptive parents of Goblin Drona here, not much else.
That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. That means it's unlikely Alaiis knows much else.
either that or she's holding out on him.
I had to be very
And perhaps she
careful
knows more than
to overhear this conversation.
she can't. Whatever ties that she had to Joust in order to listen in on our conversations has been severed.
He already gathered that information. That's why he was sent. It's actually a blessing in disguise that you were sent to us. It
Yes,
gives
and,
you a way to get out to
I was-
speak with us.
I was hoping that you might have had Sadiel here so that I may take her with me.
She might
On-
have a hard time trusting you at the moment.
It was never a matter of trust. It was for doing what was best for her.
A man will do a lot to save his family. Of that I can understand for sure. That's what I thought I was doing when I left.
It seems that we would need to find her and then make sure you and I believe their mate, I can't remember specifically, but yes,
Oh,
we would have to find you all together.
your friends have already told me that she is safe.
Yes,
Since we had already sent you out to find her in the first place, then for now she will remain safe.
mm. That is true.
As for the rest here, he was hired on about, what was it now? 7, 8 decades ago. Seems Queen Alaiis wasn't satisfied with just picking up Eladrins along her way. She wished for a more diverse group of sacrifices.
But why?
Don't know.
Self-replicating army?
I don't know. I think it might. Best guess that I could possibly think of as some kind of fuel source.
Why would you even put that out in the world, Drana?
If it is any consolation, the only thing I could think of is that it is inherently that the gods demand worship. Perhaps she is looking to supersede the need for people.
I don't like the
She's-
thought of assimilating to her.
Correct.
But she seems to want people that are very specific, people who are talented in what they do,
People of power, people of influence.
people of skill.
True.
I can only imagine what Mad God's intentions would be.
Indeed.
I
But
only
it
know
is
that if she
alarming.
is not stopped, much like the cobbles beneath her feet and the grass that she controls with her very being, the Feywild will soon also be consumed by her. And I mean this in a very, very literal sense.
Indeed. With the power of the Feywild, she could be uncontested. It would shift the balance that is delicately so right now.
Would
In her
topple
favor.
all the other gods with her divinity and Fey magic together.
Mhm.
Would it be possible to get the Fey armies to ally with us?
Not without raising too much suspicion on Queen Alaiis. She has kept a very close eye on us with her portals across all of Alaiis. She has made
See.
sure that we remained, for lack of better words, docile. Continuously just doing our jobs as regular. If we had continued to be that way, there might not be such scuffle. But unfortunately, people don't like the drab, especially not the Fae, getting stuck in routines and pushed to just do simple labor all their days.
Indeed.
Eladrin are naturally drawn to excitement.
Cora is taking a deep sigh. You were this close to Alaiis. Is there anything else to tell us, or are you keeping cards close to your chest still?
I have kept within her good graces thus far because I have remained unfettedly loyal. If she has any suspicion that we've even talked like this, I could be the next assimilated. It is only because of the agreements that we have kept that I have not fallen into whatever it is she does to the townsfolk.
Are you sure? This could, pardon me for saying, maybe so presumptuous. Also, I do apologize of our conversation earlier.
Oh no, continue to be presumptuous.
How would you know if you were assimilated? This could be a cunning trap by Alaiis already.
If they're anything like how my wife was, it's like they were a husk of their former self.
I believe the key
And also
phrase would
bound
be
unseen.
proximity.
Hmm.
I wouldn't have been able to get this far.
Perhaps.
That's actually a good point, Gob. How close to from my experience with Demille, like how similar does he feel?
In what way?
Like, does it still feel like him, or is it like is there something that feels like it's missing, like Ilafi had with his wife?
Roll me an insight check.
Anything, we would need to find a test to know. No,
19.
19.
Got some body snatcher situations going on.
As someone who's closely keeping secrets of Alaiis and her ongoings, if he were to be under Alaiis' influence, you don't think he would be this forward about such huge dealings. As he said himself, the fact that Alaiis is the city is probably the most closely guarded secret of
Right.
this pantheon.
Correct. Well, and I guess that would answer one question, but the question remains, what do we do now?
I think I need to send someone a message. Make sure they're okay.
If Sadiel,
good call.
if Sadiel is very important, it would be post haste that we get to her.
Jono's going to step outside.
Okay?
And the only way I could see that we expedite our transposition would be teleportation. It would
Let's
allow us to move
Talk
faster
with
to get away
her
from Alaiis.
first. That's what Drawn is up to.
That's what you assume Jono's up to.
I don't know. They just stepped outside.
That's really the question then, isn't it?
Hmm.
If I haven't found her and you have hid her away from us, then there's very few branches she can reach out to at this point.
Correct.
Only if I return empty-handed, my fate is sealed.
Buress, you're still with us? Not under control of Alaiis or anything? Yeah? Making sure?
Just trying to keep a circus running.
If you want, you can leave. I guess that's weird. It's your tent.
No. He's very much a part of this. At this point, he's already basically dug himself this grave. He'll lie in it.
I believe he is but a businessman, and yet he's a bit too far.
He put himself in this situation,
Yes.
really.
Well, either way. What we need to do is come up with a plan once we know a bit more information.
Okay. So, to get all of our own ducks in a row, we need to go kill an upstart pirate king.
One.
We
Possibly
need to...
gain the favor of Khan and his associates so that we might be able to stand a better chance in terms of numbers.
Mhm.
To ally with Kong. That explains
It's
why
the
you're
most
here
reasonable. This,
It's pretty obvious, yeah.
yeah. He's basically been the most reasonable out of the Pantheon, aside from one other, maybe two.
now. As reasonable
Definitely
as he
too.
can be furious.
Probably passed his test, so he's willing to work with us if we meet to his terms. Just depends on that part. Depends on Drona.
And even if we don't agree to his terms, they're not the type to get in our way regardless.
Correct.
Either they'll help us or they won't.
Seems plans are in motion that we need to be in the reins of. So far, it feels we are just but bishops moving around the board. We need to take control of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Although, yes, Captain Yarface is a threat, and the nation of Gilneas would be quite
Gallius.
useful. Gallius, tomato. Gallius,
It still
yes.
baffles me that he even got to a point where he could actually take over, let alone kill the Commandant.
There's just a lucky shot on his part. That's all I can imagine. Unless it's a...
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is a man who is only capable of stealing rum, and that's basically his entire personality.
We'll have to see when we get there.
There's a worse thought in my mind now.
Yeah.
Mm.
If Thistlehork's assignment was to find us, the easier way would be for us to find him.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. And Thistlehork knew we went to Gallius because of where Keelhall came from.
Correct.
Who?
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Right.
His thing.
It would explain like a joke like Yarface is actually in charge now. This whole thing might be a trap to lure us back.
This could be. It could also. Yes, it could be him aided by the powers of Thistlehork. That could
We
be
need
that.
to scout out
All
the
the
situation
better
first before we
for
go
me
anywhere.
to ambush whoever is intended to ambush us. If we can catch them off guard, maybe... Lafi will poke his head out at the tent looking for Drana.
You could. She's standing outside murmuring. It seems like she's murmuring to herself.
Hey, Drana.
And she's nervous.
Drana,
Yeah.
are you
Yeah?
in the middle of one of your sending spells right now?
No, I just finished. We need to get to Gallius post haste.
It's possible that Thistlehork is waiting in ambush for us there.
Even more reason to go.
That's kind of what I was
Because-
thinking, yeah. Oh, what'd you find? Information to share?
My dads are in Morrowhaven, and they're going to be coming our way. That's the issue.
In Morrowhaven, and they're going to be coming... Oh, my God.
Right.
Any news from Sadiel?
I went to message my dads. Make sure they were safe.
You should message Sadiel. We need to make sure she's still alive, too.
Hmm.
It would be very unfortunate if she wasn't. It would actually, entirely throw her whole plan here out of the loop.
Still checking on dads is not exactly a bad idea.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
They are our most direct line into the college. That isn't a bad idea.
Not only that, the family.
Of course.
Yeah, well,
How many times can you do your sending spell?
3,
day?
but it drains me heavily.
We might need to use all of them just for information. I'm so sorry.
It's absolutely fine. It's
If-
better to not go in blind.
We need to ask. You message your dad. That's good. But then we need to get contact with Sadiel. Try and explain a little bit of the situation. And then I think messaging someone in Gallius. Maybe the potion goblin? Do you remember him? He always seemed to be in the mix of it no matter what was happening. He might be the one to message in regards to
not a
Yarface's
bad
shady
idea.
business.
That's not
try
bad.
And suss out if Thistlehork is behind it. Because if we can get confirmation, then we know we need to be able to avoid magic shenanigans. And if we can avoid those magic shenanigans on our way in, we might be able to get the jump on either agents of Thistlehork or if Thistlehork is there himself.
Yeah, I just don't remember that goblin's name with all the ear hair. I don't know. That's the only issue. I need to remember his name. I can picture him just fine,
Yes, me and Alafi did talk with him a few times, but
Uh,
that was before my memory was restored.
Of course, it's not in my notes.
He's the funniest little
double-check mine.
guy.
Aw.
Sorry for requirements of spells.
Yeah, that very well.
Sorry for memory loss.
Well, either way, we do
Still-
still need preparations to see if we could make it there quicker. If not, we would have to travel very, very fast, and unfortunately, we don't have the time for it.
No.
Nope, I don't have him.
You know
Shit.
what, Drana? Start with the message to Sadiel, because if Sadiel's in danger, that's where we need to go first, regardless.
Make sure, yes.
I'd
Fair
highly
enough.
doubt that she would be in danger, but I mean, if she's
The
left
odds
the
are
place where
unlikely.
she was
Let's make
if she's
100% sure.
left the place where we had her stay, then it's likely. I mean, considering that someone actually. Oh yeah. Side note: someone was actually trying to send someone to kill her, or something.
What?
Yeah, you remember?
Oh,
Demille. Demille, what do you know about wind elementals that are sent to kill?
If you'd like, we can. It's kind of hard to really picture it. It was just kind of air.
I'm honestly not sure. The Fae aren't keen to sending primordial elementals to do our business. Especially not on the material plane.
Well, someone knew your daughter's importance and tried to have her killed with one.
We saved her.
Again, she
Face
is
flick.
indeed safe.
Grimace at the thought.
Just-
The point being, we're not sure. There's so few people who would know her importance and even fewer who are on the material plane.
Us. Make no
Unless.
sense.
What
What's
would
the
make
thought?
sense?
It's a lose-lose situation for the Fae. Sadiel were to pass away, the pact would be broken. Alaiis would be able to do as she pleases. But if this wedding goes off without a hitch, there is no telling what she will do once everything is, I'm sorry for lack of better words, consummated.
After all, the wilds of the Fae is important with these ceremony and whatnot.
It is supposed to be this symbolic unification of Eos and the Feywild as one whole unit. Was what was supposed to pull us out of the famine.
Mm.
Which means, regardless, whether through violence or through unity, we are at her mercy.
And still, there is the idea of we still need to find the thing that we need to do to take down Alaiis. That is still elusive to us.
It seems you know the people you need to search for.
We have the right plan. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's all going to come to a head in Gallius, it seems.
See,
But the question comes to it, Dama.
Tora. As you continue this discussion with Demille, you can see his mood begin to change dramatically. You can start seeing these, where once was this auburn autumn hair, you start seeing like streaks, gray running through his snow white. Like the tips of his ears begin to shift blue.
Oh, sad boy. He's winter.
Looking a little cold there.
I don't have much time. Listen to me. You have everything you need now at your disposal. I will do everything that I can. Run interference. Call people off, give people fake orders, whatever. But if you see me again, do not trust me.
Laffy will hold out his hand. You got it. For the sake of family, I understand.
I'm afraid if I return to Alaiis, I will not be the same person. Please. I put my daughter's life in your hands.
Lord Verelius, you made the right choice. Remember that.
We'll save your daughter and the Feywild.
We will do what we can. We will make sure they are safe.
We'll save her again.
That's what
Done
we
it a
do.
few times now, it's true.
Yeah, we're heroes.
Despite the world not seeing us as such.
Yeah.
Falling fire can eat its own laws. Doesn't make any damn sense.
Some acts don't have to be seen to be felt.
Emil?
He just sort of looks over to you.
I'm something of a betting man, but I don't like when someone bets a lot of truth without giving truth back. If you put all your cards on the table, so will we. I'm gonna step closer to him, to where only he could see my face. And I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion for just a moment to look, for my face and my head to look the way it did when I was in the Feywild.
Hear his teeth grit as he sinks his head low. Sneaky. Conniving.
If you take anything away from what I did that day, take the fact that I was concerned with exactly what you are concerned with now, and that is the safety of your daughter. And that is still true. I tell you this only because you know I've had her best interests in mind before. I have them now. And frankly, she's going to trust me a lot more than she trusts you right now.
Damn ass, though, really?
I'm not really getting the context here. What?
Let's call it an inside joke. If he doesn't want to share, that's all him.
Just call you a dumbass? What?
Damn ass. uh,
I suppose
Alright, we're a
you
little out of
got
the loop on this
exactly
one.
what you wished for. Feywild is shaken to its core. Congratulations.
I was not aware of your daughter's importance, nor did I was aware that Alaiis was up to something this big. But at the very least, it's given us a window of opportunity to do something about it.
I have one question for Demille as well. Is he important? Pointing at Tora.
Of course he is. He's Torah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
No, not really.
Or is he just some guy? He's been very, well, to be honest, sneaky, as you put it.
We love him no matter what.
That's true.
Aw.
I mean, whatever his life was before, he's Torah to us now.
Aura would not have been considered nobility in the Autumn Court. However, he's found himself in such places more frequently than I had liked.
Hmm.
jealous much?
A real man about town.
Used to tend
I'm
to
putting-
the crops.
Hmm.
Ah.
I wasn't a farmer. I'm basically inventory. I kept track of everything that went to every part of the Feywild. All
Oh,
four.
logistics.
Something
Logistics.
grandiose. That seems
Yeah.
so boring for you. No wonder you ran.
Logistics is a very important part of any business.
I ran because I saw the numbers that the Autumn Court was giving, how much it kept versus how much it sent.
Hmm.
It wasn't pleasant, to say the least.
Oh, now it makes even more sense why you ran.
Right. Beres, I do need a moment of your time.
Give the man a second.
I'll walk over and just talk with Beres.
At this point, I feel like I am talking to God.
Who?
Bro.
I'm looking around. Oh. Well, nice to meet you again. It's Joust. I don't think we've ever really had a proper induction.
We've had some occasions.
Yeah, I'm not like a Lothian.
It was about time we fought each other.
I mean,
Yeah,
there was that old time. I did stick some
Yes.
armor on you.
Ah, yes, water under the bridge.
The rhino was funny.
Let's save that conversation
Yeah,
in a moment.
it's not
yeah?
important. I just have a few dealings we might need to do. Let the
Yeah,
nobility talk.
Just let them finish, yeah?
Hmm.
Unfortunately, some Eladrin do begin to have the reality of our very nature pulled in front of our eyes. The Autumn Court is that of bounty and abundance. It is within our very nature to maintain that upkeep. Keep that impression alive. Otherwise, we would be seen as weak by the other courts.
Well, it's not going to help very soon. All the courts are going to look very weak.
I would dare say that Queen Alaiis is partially to blame. As you have been seeing the numbers for yourself. For how often people are let through in and out between Eos and the Fae. I hated to see our land become this tourist destination for people. Queen Alaiis knew that. So she sent more. And more. Until the portals essentially became a revolving door. She's like a parasite.
I'd say
Eating the
more like an
fade.
overgrown weed.
That's good. That's really good. Remember that.
Oh, don't worry, I've got a speech for her.
Well,
Unpleasant.
whatever you get out of the Comet Forge, then call it the hedge trimmer.
That would be very sad for a weapon that kills gods.
Tiny pair of scissors, snip, snip.
Called irony.
The best weapon.
Ah.
Unpleasant.
Or name it after
Unpleasant.
yourselves, I don't care.
Unpleasant as the open door policy may have been, it let in someone who's actually very important to your daughter. I might have lied about hiding out somewhere in the Feywild. I didn't lie about the rest of it, though. You have a daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law.
Haven't met her. That's one of the reasons I wanted Sadiel out. Someone she wanted to be with.
See. This marriage was doomed from the very beginning. I was too blind protecting myself to see that. Tightening his fist and... There's nothing else. I think I would like to go.
We will try to send word when we find her.
Do not send any word. Do not make contact with me. Like I said, as soon as you see me again, not trust me.
Of course.
For what it's worth, we'll likely be in Gallius tomorrow. So you can say that you were behind us. Or, hell, start walking to Gallius and we'll be gone by the time you're there.
Or strong carriage, but regardless.
Meh. Keep the facade that you're looking for us as long as you can, because we will be everywhere.
Like Joust, though, she has connection with me.
You couldn't have told us that sooner? Like, at all?
Simply mean direct contact. I don't have a magical core in the center of my very being.
Yeah, by the way, it was like I think it was a chip or something. I'm not really sure. It kind of fried all when I blew up.
Regardless, a god queen does like to keep her tabs. And I'm probably the
does
biggest
like it.
one on her list.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Well, she
try
told
to
me
keep
pay it off
yourself
soon.
safe. Yes, you should try to keep yourself safe, but we understand what may need to be done.
Good luck. You are going to need much. If you can survive, I know it's not much solace, but even though I was away from my family for 80 years, they ended up forgiving me because I did what I thought was right. If you explain, maybe it'll take some time. If you stay alive, I'm sure you'll be able to talk with Sadiel again.
I will hold on to that hope then.
There's always hope.
We'll do whatever we can to keep her safe.
Mhm.
The kid releaser promises that.
Such
Goodbye.
weird name.
Bye.
Turns and leaves the tent.
Oh boy.
Should I follow him again for a moment? Probably not this time, eh?
I mean, you don't want to accidentally get shunted to another plane. I'd say leave it.
I can message Samuel if you want.
Yeah, message her.
Yes, you do that. But, Beres, as I was saying, we are in desperate need of components to see if we can expedite our trip.
Boy, how do you think?
Yes, yes. And unfortunately, such materials outside the college are hard to come by.
I am not sure where you are going with it.
Well, I simply to say I need components, and honestly, you might be the only real source I can get at this
What
moment, and
kind of components?
You can be frank with him, Joust.
particularly magical chalk. As much as you can spare, and as much as I can pay you.
Magical chalk for teleportation?
Teleportation. Yes.
Well, you must understand, Joust, as a traveling band of circus freaks, teleportation is mostly off the menu for me.
I figured as much.
Fortunately, I do not have what you seek.
It was worth asking.
Right. That might put a wrench in
And
it.
any other components that maybe he might have that you might need, Joust?
That is a good question.
Most of my magic comes from a sharp wit and a forked tongue.
Oh, I know that, my friend. But these strange components of these spells are getting more and more. But would you know of anywhere I could find such materials? You surely have connections, of course.
I mean, along the ways back and forth, but from here, suppose it depends how close you are with the glowing isles.
I know a guy.
Aside from that, couple knickknacks from Alaiis. Strange trade or two, perhaps in Moorhaven. Or they keep a very tight wrap there.
Let's see. Well then, I just thought I might ask that.
Anything further might be deviating away from your path too far.
Of course. Damn.
Apologize, I was caught off guard with this as much as you were.
No, I feel you, man. I feel you. Well,
Now my
either
head's
way,
going to be on the chopping block, so I will continue my tour all the way to the Hollow Highlands and back. Be a good solid
Oh.
time.
Right, and I
Don't worry,
do.
we're headed there next.
And you see, Joust does hold out.
Well,
hand.
we
I
take
do
the
also-
long way. It goes from Vultan, we go south into Skylysium and Falling Fire, then we go to the east to Everspire, then we take the path north.
You're going to Skylysium next, yes?
After a week here, yes.
How much of a disruption do you think maybe you could make along the way?
How much disruption you need?
Something to keep a certain paladin at bay while we're working on this.
Paladin.
Oh, God.
Just the one. Just the one.
Hey, that's such a good idea.
She has quite the sweet tooth.
You remember the last we spoke? How we said we might be getting into some trouble, wanted to get a bounty and falling fire?
Oh, we got them. How familiar are you with Falling Fire security?
Saints.
Saints, yes, them.
The Saints usually don't bother with the circus, though there has been one or two on occasion in the past few years.
Okay. Does Ophelia Reinhassen ring a bell?
Not to my knowledge, no, but I assume you're talking about a saint.
Indeed I am. Lovely young lady. However, don't piss her off. She is dangerous.
Oh, believe me, I am already trying to not piss off the person in front of me.
Is that who?
Basically, Barest, likely a squad from Falling Fire is going to be after us. Whether you end up giving them some misinformation about where a...
I mean, by the
strange
sounds of it,
band
who
folks
isn't
went.
nowadays?
We are becoming more and more popular, it's true.
Unfortunately, yes. The thing is that Ophelia is going to become a bit of a big issue if she gets in the way of this.
You want me
And
to
we
distract a saint, one of the highest ranking members in all of Falling Fire?
Yes.
Even if she just waits for your circus for one day.
Hell,
That would
maybe even
be
entice her
more
with
than
some
enough.
sweets.
You understand? You telling me to do that is the equivalent of saying you must drink the ocean.
Only if you can. If it's not feasible, then
Only if I
fine.
can, he says. Oh, let me just go grab a straw and start drinking from the everlasting lakes of Wulton.
You are a goddamn master kidnapper. Bullshit, you can't do something about it.
Bullshit, you can't distract a freaking saint for like a day or two.
Oh yeah, oh wait, yes, I can kidnap people like no man's crazy, but try to do that with well-armed guards around you at all times.
I'm not
that
saying
exactly
kidnap
what you do?
people.
Isn't that exactly what you do?
Except now I must do this to a saint.
Well, don't
Yes.
kidnap the saint. Just
Well-
kidnap someone that would distract the saint and give them back after. But I don't know.
Or just be completely
Do you know what,
disruptive and
Barest?
just be in her way. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to kidnap anybody in front of her so that she could pursue you.
Yes, under threat
I'm
of
asking
death, I presume.
No.
I was about to say, it's not like we can hold you to this one, but just if you can, please be helpful.
And
She will
like
be
you haven't
coming up
threatened
from
my life
Stylysium.
before, so what now?
She'll be coming up from Skylysium anyway. If any kind of disruption that you can give her to slow her down would be highly beneficial, and it would be easier for us to focus on Alaiis and deal with that problem. Then you won't even have to do this anymore.
Yes, then the
Go
kidnapping
back to
circus
being a
can just
regular
become a
carnival.
circus.
Yes.
Actually, not a bad
Circus,
idea.
circus.
I mean, if you
have to
want
write
us
that
to
down.
kidnap people, you can.
We wouldn't recommend it.
Look, I've kidnapped
Toronto,
one
I
person
would
in my
not
life. I'm leaving it at that.
If there was ever anybody, it's because the giants of Hollow Highlands threatened me. I don't do this for fun. The circus, yes. The kidnapping, no. Suppose I can't really say no, can I?
It would be very much appreciated, and it would get us a load off our backs.
Oh yes, appreciation. I fueled this entire circus off of your appreciation.
It will be so much better in the long term, and believe us,
Is it money that you
Oh no, I wasn't being facetious. You literally spared my life so that I can continue to do this.
well, we spared your life. Whether or not you continue to do this is entirely your prerogative.
Would you prefer some sort of payment?
He sort of like raises his hands up and he's like, Alaiis rules, darling.
We get rid of her. You're free to go. Yeah.
The future promise that we're just going to kill God. Yep, this seems fine.
I mean, it's already pretty much in the prophecy at this point. We might as well.
That's true.
Yes. But we do need to make some contacts with people if we are to make things move. I will have to send a dream.
Who are you thinking?
What do you think?
I don't know who you're thinking. That's why I'm asking.
Your mother?
You kind of have.
That would be the antithesis of what it is that we're doing.
Try and get Thistlehawk on our side?
No.
You see,
No.
Joust is like, no, it's not important. But either way, I've had a very long
It's
day.
very
getting hit
important,
by lightning.
Joust.
What? I
Let-
want to go
let
to bed.
Joust
I'm
go.
tired. Don't worry about it. I'll see it because we need to expedite some things. I'll need to ask for some favors. But yeah, either way.
Oui,
right.
it's been a very long morning. I still need to get
Yes.
our encampment set up and ready to move into the town square.
But yes, Vares, we didn't see you, you didn't see us. Got it?
Who are you?
Exactly. Come
Joust
on.
is like, wait, who am I? He thinks about it.
Come on,
Who am
Joust.
I?
Let's go.
Right, I'm still very
Out
tired
the
for being hit by
door.
lightning. Thank you again, and I apologize.
Only that robot can thank and apologize in the same sentence.
Ilafi's going to wait a moment while everyone else is leaving.
Yeah.
Just leans over to Tora. You doing okay?
I'm just upset he didn't share the letter with the class.
You know, honestly, I'm kind of upset about that too. We only got a small snippet of it.
It's
Now I
some of
wanna
my
know.
best writing, really.
Do you think maybe you could share later?
And
If I remember the whole thing.
Oh, please.
since everyone else has left now, Ilaf will just look to Barres and say,
He has this like
just so you know,
he has this like defeated look like at the end of Willy Wonka. He's sitting at his desk, just head in hands.
You stole busy lifting drinks.
Shh.
there's some Furbolg here. Treat them well. I gave them a bunch of coin. They have extra to spend as well, for what it's worth.
I'm not sure how fond they are of circus, but
Treat them to the wonders of the world. A lot of them are looking for new homes.
see him bite his tongue. I will take care of it.
For what it's worth, when this is all over, I might need a job, possibly. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back and hang out with
You're
you again
hired.
for another 60 years or so.
Hell,
How much do you have left in you? More than me. Doesn't matter.
I feel like this conversation's gotten one-sided.
Sorry. Things have been chaos on my end recently. Do you want to see the scar I got? He says as he lifts his hair.
Anyways, you get that from pissing off another circus performance?
No, I can magic now. He does his own mage hand.
Yeah, just mage his hands to high five yours.
I'll have new tricks. New tricks I can do.
Alright, now,
No, Barres. I'm just looking for a sense of normalcy in the absolute chaos that has been my life the past bit. Have a good day. There's a part of me that wishes I could just give it all up and stay, because that would mean that everything is calm. But no, there's too much work to be done.
we can't all throw ourselves onto a little island and just live out the rest of our days.
Yeah, I tried that once. It didn't end up working. Strange how that works. Okay, bye.
Right. You leave the circus encampment. As you do as you like step out of the outskirts, you can see the silhouette of a horse-drawn caravan making its way down path to the west. So, about just about to break noon. What would y'all like to do?
Joust is wandering off into the city.
Off he goes.
I will talk to y'all later.
I
See you later,
am.
Joust.
I'm going to cast Sending and send a message to Sadiel.
Oh, I just see what you sent.
Yeah, I know. But if we want to do it in voice, I'm down.
That's fine.
You've reached the voice message of Sadiel. Like, dang. Voice message.
Sadiel cannot come into the Sending at the moment.
Please leave your message after the beep.
There we go. What are the rest of you up to?
I look over to Tora. She's as safe as can be, and I don't think she could be anywhere safer at the moment.
That's good to hear. I'm still worried about whoever sent that elemental after her.
Well, the good thing is that while she is over where she's at, no one's gonna get after her.
I mean, who would attack a hospital?
If someone's desperate enough,
And foolish enough.
I'm pretty sure that's against the pirate code at the very least.
Oh yes, it's against the pirate code to attack hospitals.
You know, all the
Pirates.
ones you catch out at sea.
Yar, there be the hospitality ship. Take her down!
There's the Weenie Hut General Barge.
Fire starboard flank!
Okay.
unfortunately, I don't think it's as simple as pirates in this case. I'm more worried about how few people actually know what Alaiis is up to and how few would even be on the material plane to do something like that.
You do still
Well,
have your sister on the inside. Do we want to try and send a message her way?
That's kind of what scares me.
What do you mean?
If my sister's snooping around in Alaiis, she might have pieced together enough to know that Alaiis wants Sadiel, but not enough to know why or the fact that she still needs to be alive. I can't shake this suspicion that the only other one who might know and might have the magical ability to summon that creature might actually be my sister.
Is that a possibility? Like, feasibly? Has she ever summoned an elemental before in her time casting magic?
No, but she also wasn't casting magic with cups the last time I talked to her. She's been picking things up as fast as I have, from what I can tell. I think at the very least,
Sorry, go ahead.
I think whoever did it at the very least thought they were doing the right thing. Just horribly mistaken in the process.
Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we do a status update with her, see what information she gives us, so that she believes that she's still part of the plan and she's still, trusted by us.
Tora, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, now I roll low.
11.
Okay. 11.
I'll say you at least know that the elemental that was summoned to hunt down Sadiel couldn't have been done by any regular old spellcaster. To conjure an elemental alone would require essentially the magic you have at your current level.
Pretty high magic.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a paranoia. If I had more chance to talk to her, then then maybe I wouldn't have my mind on it so much. But that would still leaves me to wonder who would even know about Sadiel on this side of the portal.
Either way, Sadiel is safe for the moment. As safe as she possibly can be. No one's going to be getting in to try and get her, and if they try, they will absolutely be disappearing the next day, never to be seen again. Dan, you don't want to know what happens.
Oh, I'm sure they're invited to dinner.
Oh yeah, sure. They're invited over for dinner. That's what happens. I've been to one of those dinner parties. It's fun.
Okay. I can't wait to experience a true vampire gala at some point.
That's not going to be for a long while.
Yeah, not until we get the other houses to cooperate.
Couldn't hurt to check in with Camelot to see if maybe, connections going well.
Hey, strange friends.
Meantime, what's Joust up to?
Joust is looking for a way. This area at least has some way to connect with the Arcane College. There's I'm assuming all nations have some way, at least
every capital has a Glowing Isles.
Station, or at least a place of connection.
Embassy.
Embassy. Yeah, I'd be looking for that embassy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would be back.
That's what.
Back at number 7.
Yeah. I would be asking around. Doop, boop, doop, boop, 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 boop. Oh, hi, Waldo. Hi, how's it going? I didn't see you. Nope. Walking around, and I'll make my way to 7.
All right. What's the rest of the band doing? Going back to Camelot?
We should probably get a move on to gain to Alaiis as soon as possible, but I guess wherever Giles went, he went to go find that shotgun, so we should probably meet him somewhere where he can find us.
Oh, don't ask Joust to find anybody. It's the worst thing. Uh-oh, I'm horribly lost. Well, better start walking south. Dun, 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 dun.
God.
Okay, then I guess we'll
See,
What's that?
there's one bit of shopping that I might try to do.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I potentially need an expensive mirror.
Expensive mirror. How expensive we talking?
Let's say say, to be specific, let's not beat around the bush here. I need a silver mirror worth at least 1,000.
Fancy.
1,000.
That's a
Damn.
fancy mirror. Like, imagine you put it in your bag and you drop your bag. Ugh, it'd be terrible.
Tora, high or low?
Low.
All right. You start scouring through the vendors and shopkeepers through 5 until you eventually come across one that deals with beauty and nail treatment and vanities. All sorts of different decorations and furnishings. And on top of one of the vanities, you in fact find your silver mirror. I'll make this a very simple transaction for you.
That is appreciated, thank you.
Yep. Gauss, after talking with the townsfolk a bit, you get pointed out to the Glowing Isles Embassy here in Volton. It's very much cookie cutter to the one you saw in Morrowhaven, just a very tall, imposing tower, with the one exception that it does not seem to reach as tall as the tallest building in Volton.
Yeah. I would just like, and I would make my way inside. Just like a man with purpose. Dun, 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 dun.
Welcome to the Glowing Isles Embassy. How may I help you?
Oh my god, it's Catherine all over again.
Good day, ma'am. I'm in need of magical components, or I need to send a message on somebody where I can find said magical components.
Are you a student of the embassy?
Yes.
Roll deception.
Yes. I mean, would anybody look
That was
like
a very
me?
quick yes. Oh my
Yes.
god.
No hesitation. Ready to lie on the spot.
Giles is just like, bitch, look at me. I'm made of metal. Of course I am. Like, oh, he's got a point. I am going to Wild Magic Search this. Or Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
So that's where we're doing it. So make myself have advantage. Definitely needed it. 21.
21.
Yes. Burp of Wild Magic. My core is just on fire.
See behind her glasses, you see one of those eyebrow twinge up.
I am 100% serious.
What specific material components are we looking for?
Transpositional chalk. Magical chalks inlaid with precious gems. It's for my thesis.
Say no more, the fee is just like any other.
Of course. Remind me, it's been a bit since I've had to resupply. How much is that going to be?
How much is your teleportation circle?
Well, I do need a few, of course, because isn't any good thesis, you have to test it a few times. Could I get about $250? Dollars. Oh, sorry, been teleporting around, got the addled brain. 250 golds worth.
Very well.
Mazel tov. That's my wizard name, by the way, Mazel tov. Mazel tov the Amazing.
Again, that just raised eyebrow at you.
And I was like, I was about to be like, would it be too forward to say you have that skin as the brightest wool? What about you had a nice rag? Like,
Please, no fraternizing with the employees.
So yeah, as I'm looking at him, I'm like, listen, I just want to get out of here and go. I know you have more important things to do, and I have more important thesis experiments to run.
Yes, of course. Always the busy academics we are. She
Indeed.
brings out what appears to be this, almost like this Crayola-sized like carton of chalk for you.
The 32 box. Like, you spoil. I'm like, you spoil me. Like, and yeah, I have the gold right there, and I'm just like, very well, thank you.
Go forth and arm yourself with knowledge. Thank you for choosing the embassy.
And I'm like, yes, for which I'm a student, and slowly back out. Like, right. Just the most
Thanks,
awkward
Catherine.
conversation.
It's just like this Nurse Joy sort of deal with every embassy.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm just gonna need you to say Ad Astra Abyssosque. Thank you.
Yep. and Joust just like, and Joust leaves, and then he's just like, I probably should have been in disguise when I did that. Ah, whatever. And just like leaves, like. Yeah, and then I'll be like, now, where the heck would they be? Yeah, probably back at the town. Probably back where Drana was.
I assume that's where all you went.
Tora, do you want to go back to the Camelot place, or do you want to have another day about town?
Yeah, let me check back on Camelot. You know, we
Okay.
still got time of the day.
Very well. Like,
See Joust with his Crayola box under his arm, walking up.
Oh, you got multiple colors in there, don't you?
Indeed.
you've all essentially made it back to Camelot's by lunchtime.
Well, I had to do one thing I never like to do. But it is done.
What did you have to do?
Apparently
to
buy chalk.
Yes. Well, I mean, I enjoy the chalk, but no, I had to lie.
That's it?
It weighs heavily on my soul. But
You'll get over it with counseling.
But the greatest of wills are tested every day, I suppose. Right. So, I will work on creating the teleportation circle, but I am quite badly damaged. Where do we need to go? Specifics matter, by the way.
What if we teleported over to Morrowhaven?
Morrowhaven. Have we been there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been there.
I can't remember.
I have an idea.
All right.
Well, it's only a place with a teleportation circle, correct?
No, it is anywhere.
Elaborate.
It teleportation circle. Let me see. You can go to, let's see, as you cast it, so load that links your location to a permanent one. If you continue to do it, let's see. As you cast a spell, 10 foot damage, so you can scribe on the ground, links to a permanent teleportation circle of your choice, whose sigils you know are in the same place of existence. So yeah, so it'd have to be to some place that has a major place. So it has to be a major location that would have one. Say, I don't know if Alaiis would specifically, but our closest place would most likely be Morrowhaven, or if anything, Alator.
We're closer to Alaiis from where we are than Morrowhaven, I think.
The travel would be faster, if anything. Unless there's another waypoint that would be closer. But I was able to procure about 5 amount of teleportation circles.
Only by a sliver, technically, or even close.
Without the heavy rainfall, it would also be not as muggy of a trip.
also, secondly, weren't you supposed to learn the circle you were teleporting to?
Yes.
When you first pick the spell, you get to choose 2, I think.
Never did.
Technically, by the text of the
I think the text means the DM chooses which 2,
Oh.
Oh, let's see. You can create a. Let's see. As you cast, I'll double check reading that. Let's see. A shimmering portals are the one you drew. Room open to the center next turn. Any part of the
Because teleport at level 7 is the one where you can freely do things as long as you remember the places. Teleportations are cool. You need like permanent places that have like grids set up and be like, yeah, this is the spot.
Well, the only one that I remembered was at least Skylacium.
It can definitely be useful later.
We're not going back anytime soon.
If anything, I am going to cast a dream to see if I can get someone to help us as well. I got to talk to the college again.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yes. That was what I was going to connect with Dream to. Who do you think? Lex Luthor.
Do you just want to borrow the stone?
Yeah, we could just use the sending stone to talk.
We haven't used the sending stone to Cassius today. If you need to learn a teleportation circle, maybe he'll be helpful. Especially if we tell him we have a direct theory on.
It's a bit more of a talk that I need than 25 words.
He can be here at a moment's notice, especially if you say we know about a potential lead on the forge.
It's a bargain that I need to make with him. Does not involve the rest of you.
See, now you have me curious.
All right. Good for you.
You don't want to share? You don't have to.
I cannot.
Okay.
It puts all of you in danger.
I'm pretty sure we're all already in danger. How would it put us in more danger than we're already in? Just speaking reasonably, of course.
Joust, what did we talk about? What did we talk about self-sacrifice and all that?
There is no self-sacrifice here. This is a decision that to help shift
You're
the balance in our
making
favor.
decisions for the rest of us, and
I am
not
making
including us
decision.
on things.
I am making the decision for me, and unfortunately, if one person that we know will not pursue this career, I will have to do it in his stead.
Excuse me?
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
Listen, if we are to get around faster, we need a means of transposition ourselves. The only people that can do it is the college.
Okay.
You're referring to my little acceptance letter. I haven't exactly had the time to sit down and study.
No, not that. I need to get into the college.
Why?
Because Tora has his other means and doesn't have time for it. He is also not the kind of wizard that can do the junk that I can do.
Why not just talk it out with the two of you, just so that you can come up with a plan, huh?
That's why I need to talk to Lucius, and I'll talk with him in a dream tonight. He's probably going to go to bed late. I can't do it in 25 words.
That's why we can send him a message to bring him here, and then we can talk to him in person.
Aye.
And not to mention, he needs to, like, if anyone was going to be helpful to know about us having a lead on the forge.
We don't have a lead. That's the problem.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Drana's parents. We don't have to tell them exactly what the lead is to keep them safe, mind you.
Well, then I have to do a different spell then. That actually opens another possibility.
How about you discuss what it is that you would like to do with the rest of the group, and we'll all work together towards that goal, yeah?
Our whole thing today, Joust, has been planning out what we're doing next. We're all doing it together.
I am trying to come up with plans, and we need information.
Yeah, but you're doing it in secret, and you need to not do that.
I have a horrible idea.
All right.
Oh, cool. What's your horrible idea?
Oh boy,
Excellent.
this ought to be good. As Camelot's just been sipping tea next to you guys.
We are your monkeys, and we are here to entertain.
Currently not doing anything better right now.
Hard to hammer with one arm, I know.
We've already dealt with a lot today. We found out someone we thought was evil is actually good.
And might be evil the next time that we run into them. So, fun.
Oh, you looked in the mirror.
Yes, exactly. It's fantastic. A wonderful thing. You tried sometime. Oh, right.
That's exceptionally funny coming from you, Camelot.
So,
Excellent sense of humor. Love it.
if we're going to wage war on a fucking god,
Mhm.
I feel like there's someone we could very easily ask who is right next to Gallius.
That being.
The blood god?
The blood god.
I mean, his whole thing was war. Has been a while since we've talked.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a god knows how to set up a teleportation circle.
I'm sure God would actually have some insight on how to win this.
Are you
particular
saying
war.
you want Joust to dream
To
The
the
blood
blood
god?
god.
I'll talk with him if Joust doesn't want to, but
I mean-
it's a bad idea, but that's how we get there fast.
I don't know.
I don't know if that sounds like a bad idea. Honestly,
It
it
doesn't
sounds
sound
like
like that
good
bad of
idea.
a We might as well try it. Like, what's the worst that
Yeah.
happens?
But sure.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
What's the worst thing happening to commute with a god of war?
We're literally going
mean-
to war against a god that turned out to be a city. So
But you don't know what he'll ask in return.
That's the
it's
problem
been
with these
straightforward with
gods.
us before. We can work with that.
Actually, yeah, that is true.
It was
He did
actually
test
very
it.
straightforward last time we
He
talked
Yeah,
to him.
we
tested.
passed his trials and everything.
He tested all of our
I'm
morale.
not sure about you guys, but what he gave me was amazing.
And
Wait, isn't that how you got your letter?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's how a recommendation became an acceptance letter.
Maybe he was just changing the world to drive it towards war, giving us more chances to survive to make sure this war would happen.
He gave me a wig.
That it's war! No.
That it's war! Now I look like George Washington. To war!
we will have to wait until tonight to see what
Yeah,
he would
either
ask
way.
for us in return.
Yes. Well, either way. I guess I could do more than one dream. That's
And I
fine.
mean, if it's a fight he wants, and it's a fight we want, then our goals are aligned. The gods haven't, well, I mean, the reasonable gods haven't treated us wrong yet. I may have made a deal with one, and I don't know what I'm getting myself into in that regard, but he seems
Yeah.
chill.
Seems like y'all are eager to make deals. I know somebody I could try and make a deal with.
Okay. Lady Camelot, would you trust a exiled god of war?
As an exiled people ourselves? I think we would have dual enemies. That's something to play around with.
Then
A bunch of vampires worshipping the god of blood. Yeah, no, that tracks.
Specifically war. It was just very blood-themed.
I mean, yeah. I'm just saying the
He's the
theme.
one
It does
the
seem
theming
very
matches.
fitting, I will admit.
You know, I wouldn't be opposed to that, honestly.
he is the one who helped me master my blood magic, so
This is well, as long as we're making sure everything lines up aesthetically, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
very important, of course.
It is very important. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to tell me. Look at me.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Sorry, was that out loud?
apparently.
Anyway,
Alright. Well, I guess when I go to bed tonight, I'll be doing the God of War dream.
Sure. Probably after my dream, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'll do yours first. Mine's not that important after all.
You're doing it again. The self-deprecation thing.
No, honestly, you kind of talked me out of it. I just had an idea and I thought I'd explore it, but after all, why should I think of ideas for myself, right, Payne?
You explore ideas with the rest of us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm not sure if you noticed,
Listen,
but we're
if-
doing a lot
if
of working
Joust-
together on things.
If Joust wants to go to college, I see no reason why he shouldn't.
And I actually, yeah,
Actually, now that we
completely
think about
agree.
it,
I'm just saying, we need to get around faster. And there are
How-
only ways that can do that are one, either magical items or spells. The college has both. A powerful ally, yes, but if we could find something that could help speed us along, that's what I really need. And Lucius is the way in, and if anything, last time we made a deal with that, I have a potential bargaining chip, but I gotta cash him in pretty hard with him.
I'm gonna send him a message then and get him to come here. Because, I mean, yeah.
All right.
I'm assuming he'll come pretty quick when he hears. I don't think I'm gonna mention anything about Drana's parents yet, honestly.
Do you mean Cassius as opposed to Lucius?
Oh, I thought he meant Cassius.
Yeah,
That's what I've been
I was
assuming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
because like you've been calling him Lucius, and I was just like,
Lucius, Cassius, tomato, whatever.
no, it's not tomato. Those are completely different
Yeah.
names.
Giles thinks about it, he's like, have I been saying Lucius? I meant Cassius.
yes, you've been saying Lucius, you mean Cassius.
I go by Lex Luthor. What are you talking about?
Who?
We call him Lex Luthor because it's a funny joke.
Yeah,
What?
that's the bald guy. The
Yeah,
bald
the bald
guy.
guy.
Yeah, the bald guy.
Have you not
Little
read
Raphael
the
Stone.
graphic novel series?
Anyways.
But yeah, either way, we'll let Drana do her dream, and yeah, just send him a message and say I need to talk with him.
Actually, Tora, what was it that you needed in order to actually get fully accepted into the college and be able to access their stuff?
I mean,
To go through orientation.
originally I needed to gain more recommendations from other powerful wizards with the college, but we kind of shortcutted that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of got the chalk line to them.
So,
It was a matter of turning it into the Glowing Isles, which we have never been to.
you know, if it were just the two of us and we would have turned it into the Glowing Isles and then come back, do you think maybe we could?
No. We have Thistlehork and your old friend both on our ass. We are not splitting up even for a moment.
Fair enough.
Well,
I'm messaging
Tora.
Cassius now.
Well, Tora, that's just a quick, day trip for us.
Yeah, but it could easily turn into a week-long
Nah,
venture,
nonsense.
and quite frankly, he brings up a good point. We shouldn't
Mm.
split
We've also
up even
got
for a goddamn second.
Yeah, we've also got Drana's parents to worry about right now, and a potential trap in Gallius to spring.
Very well. Then we better get already on our journey after in the morning's light if we're not going to go anywhere.
Mhm.
If this all works according to plan.
I suppose I could at least set a circle here so we can eventually come back.
Man, thinking how to get all this information in as few words as possible is hard. Trying to fit this 25-word thing is rough.
Hey, yo,
If,
gotta talk.
if only you could have banked all the words you didn't use before.
Then you could have at least 100 words.
Okay.
Alofi gets one wish, and it's to make the word count 26 instead of 25 for the spell.
The genie looks at
Change
you
the
like you
very
are a
fabric of a
mad
spell.
man.
That'd be really fun to do with a wish, actually.
Yeah, literally the genie just
anyway.
runs out the player's handbook and puts 26.
Oh, well, we reached the character limit for this level of magic, so we gotta make it a level 4 spell now.
Damn. That would suck.
Wouldn't it? So don't wish for it.
That's the genie back flash. It's a level
That'd
4
be
now.
so annoying.
Anyway. A message.
We need help. Might be an ambush. Need to teleport in next 24 hours. Would like to meet with you. We can pay for time. Done.
Just like, I don't want to pay him.
Luffy shrugs.
I'll pay him.
Said he can pay for time, not will pay for time.
Oh. Right.
Exactly.
Also, I'm gonna go do a spell real quick. I feel like my belly's gonna explode. Give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Just
Yeah,
make sure
go-
you do it outside, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna find like a faraway spot and let's see. I'll cast the first level spell to get a
Excuse
wild
me while I
magic.
go past magical gas.
Don't let anyone see you Don't let anyone else see you discharge.
Yeah, Joust will move. If anything, he'll walk away from the town for a little bit. Just
It's a long walk.
explosion of wild magic. Hey, I'm not gonna blow up people. I guess I'll walk at least away where I'm away from potential damages.
All right,
People,
roll
and I
me,
guess
roll me a D100.
Yeah, I'll just do like a quick little fairy fire or something. Just then, like, uh-oh. Let's see, D100. Joust is teleported somewhere in the world.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's both the same 100 ones I needed. There you go. That's the one I needed. That is a 25. 25.
25.
25.
You begin to hear this sort of like whining as this compartment on top of your forehead just opens up. And you get a third eye receptacle.
Huh.
But then you just like hear a clock ticking as it like just for after a minute just shuts. But for that minute you had advantage on perception checks.
I have seen beyond the veil. I have opened the inner eye. Oh, never mind.
What the?
I could see the fish within the puddles of the ocean. Oh, never mind.
The eye of Agamotto. My third eye is awake. Oh, never mind. Just like that. Oh, yeah.
For a second, I thought I was a digital figurine on a flat map.
I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. I'm as real as... am I?
Am I real? Probably the guy who sold me the ring is like, dude, this thing's going crazy all of a sudden. What the fuck's going on?
To his credit, you're giving him a lot of data.
This guy's like, man, I was totally worth the ring, selling that ring for cheap. Like, so Alafi, what did he say?
Did I get a response yet?
No.
Nope.
It probably went to
In
his
fact, you
message
don't get
then.
one.
Didn't get a response.
Oh, darn.
Oh. Is he finally sick of our shit?
Well,
I don't know.
hope
I
it
used a
goes-
lot of words this time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he did. What?
That would suck. That would actually suck so much for us.
The college is burning. No.
It was just an awkward time for Ruby to be right back.
Oh,
Oh.
well.
Because you hear a familiar voice.
Oh, Jesus. You know, it's really hard to sneak up on me under normal circumstance. Wait, is
No,
he
not
like
really.
in the room with us?
There
In
is
Camelot's hideout.
there is no room.
It's
right, we're just
outside.
outside.
He just
I keep
appears
forgetting we're outside.
outside. Yeah.
I
There
always
is no
see every
building. There's
vampire
no
lair
house.
thing
It's been burned to the
underground.
ground for ages.
Yeah.
We're like
My
sitting
brain
on a
keeps
work
thinking we're in
site.
like some hidden secret ruin thing, and I keep forgetting that we're just outside.
No, we're just sitting at a work site in a construction yard. That's it.
The secrets are yet to be built.
This is literally they're laying the concrete right now for the foundation. That's
I mean,
it.
there's got to be some secrets underground that are probably, caved in and whatnot. But
However, he's not alone.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh no, wizard attack.
Well, when they heard I was heading this way, they insisted that they come along. And to one side and to his other, you see Drana's parents.
I got this thing.
Oh, that is the most astoundingly convenient. Lafayette is going to walk up to Cassius, being like, "This is the most astoundingly convenient timing you could ever possibly have. You are a wonderful man. Thank you."
Oh, as soon as Sven got word from Drana, they insisted that I use my magic powers to bring me to you all.
Honestly, good call. Saves
There
us
is
a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
so much happening. We have found out more things in regards to so many other things.
Alright, but no need to dilly-dally right now. Come here!
And
My me.
I run up and give the Sven and Grindel a big ol' hug.
Aw. Yay.
Been under our
Just
noses
like-
the whole time, Cassius.
I look over to Camelot, who's just watching the entire thing, just like,
Are you not entertained, my lady?
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Yes, there's never been more strangers in my house than right now.
Hey, more hands on deck, right? Now, if only they were actually working!
Excuse
but
you, we have been busting our cutie patooties ever since you got the last delivery of Electrum in our midst.
Sunshine, you should know by now never to use the W word in front of me.
I nailed my hand to a board of
Oh, I'm
wood.
sorry. I'm sorry, Tora. You're right. You're exempt from that, right? Clearly.
He's supervising.
What? What? Lady Camelot, I would like you to meet my my parents.
They've already met.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why
we
you...
have become acquainted at Gallius, sweetie.
Yeah.
He was a lot more
it's been a
quiet
while
back
since-
then, too. I'm glad to see she's opened up a bit.
Well,
Well, when you get back home.
Home field advantage, yes.
I'm. Alright. Well, we have a lot to cover, so where do we start?
We start by having this conversation private. Ember Light ears only.
Would you like a magic dome?
That would work. or
That's
you
not
can-
going to work. It's going to give you visual privacy, not audible privacy.
No, I can make it audible.
You can audibly tip-tap your way as far as you can from this conversation.
Don't
Very
you talk with
well.
Cassius specifically anyway, Joust?
Yes. Oh, is that all right, Payne? Or do I need everyone around with that?
What?
You know, we all do things together. Or can I talk with Cassius with business?
Most of us is
Being-
fine enough.
Tora... No, not Tora. Fucking sorry, man.
Boy,
Just to being facetious, and
Well-
it's not appreciated.
I'm just saying, when I try to
You're
do
also
things...
being an ass.
Hmm. Well, it takes an ass to know an ass, Payne.
Look, let's just give the
My
family
God,
some
can you
room
tell-
here.
Brothers, Jesus.
Yeah, there's an argument we could, you guys could have.
Yeah, you
Yes.
know what? I'm gonna take this argument elsewhere.
Yeah, why
Tora,
don't you
if
go
you
get
want to
a
be
honey
referee
bun or
on that, that's
something?
fantastic. That's fine. Yeah. Let's just.
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna need this to ourselves anyways.
Gonna be legit. This is the first time I'm having a one-on-one with you, and I'm so excited.
Oh, a one-on-one like this.
You know what I mean.
Of course. Lady Camelot, I don't mean to impede on your privacy and your domicile here, but really no other place we can talk privately. I'll
He's
go
right.
for a walk.
Enjoy the rain. It is actually rather lovely out.
See, the gang walks off, and with Cassius, and Camelot goes off on her own.
So, there's a lot we need to talk about, but
Well, we're hoping that this was something that we could discuss for a little older. You've journeyed out and had your pilgrimage and all that other good stuff.
the pilgrimage is still underway. It's not like I gave up on that. I'm still trying to learn from the greatest.
Which means it's still too soon to tell you this, but we gotta do it anyways.
Fair. Fair.
Because as far as we're concerned, remember light. And, well, your adoptive parents haven't been 100% honest with you.
How do you mean?
Well, there's reason that we left Durandal. There's a reason why we chose Gallius. There's many different reasons why the Emberlights were supposed to remain a private name.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Not your fault, sweetie. You're not the one who slapped the name on yourself. We're the ones who gave it to you. We trusted you. As you're our daughter.
And I'm proud to be your daughter. As proud as I could be.
Means we have to let you in on the family secret. Secret that's been kept for a very, very long time now.
Huh? What would that be? I know you know something about the Comet Forge. I just don't know what.
This is probably the longest string of words he has so far said in this campaign.
Grindel, yeah.
But this is the first time Grindel's going for a long conversation. As far as history has been written by the dwarves, the Emberlights have been the protectors of the Comet Forge. It is through our name and our hands that it is to be protected and wielded with grace, humility. We are its protectors. Our name, Emberlight.
Drana's jaw kind of it drops, but is like, yeah, her jaw drops. Absolutely.
It's a big deal. I mean, it is. If our family's protected it as long as our race has ever existed.
And
Now we're some of the last Emberlights to walk Eos.
I don't know what to say except if I would want to protect it too. I'm going to devote my life to keeping that a secret.
In order to protect it, must know where it is. It was gonna be the final test we gave you. Since all this electromite business started pouring out. Sure, we can forge the element all we want, and our forge is here, and any smithy out there, but true essence of the electromite comes out in the Comet Forge. It is only there that weapons have the strength and the armors have the durability to defend against its greatest enemy.
The gods.
Precisely. Dwarves are originally primordials ourselves. And we were the forge masters for the primordials.
So, we kept the forge a secret, so no one to keep the peace between the gods and the primordials, or what's left of them.
It was a closely guarded secret of the primordials. It was their only weapon, their only trump card they had against the gods. Or else this ball of Eos we call home would have just continued to be a frothing pile of elements, lava everywhere, winds as far as they could carry you, earthquakes and typhoons and tidal waves. All of this is responsible of the primordials. The gods came in, tamed the beasts. The Comet Forge was their solution.
So they could be free once more.
A very delicate balance we stand on. For us to live our lives, but not to be completely at the mercy of our gods. That is why we trust our hearts in our ancestors. That we may trust our judgment and our being. That we may do what's right for ourselves and our families. That is the faith you carry around your neck.
And I will carry it with pride and protect it at any cost. No one will ever find out. But I need to know where it is to save everyone in the Feywild. I need to use it to help people, but none.
That is where the pilgrimage begins. A journey across our home, our original home, Hollow Highlands.
So I'm going to need to travel there and look for it. I wouldn't dare ask either of you to mark it on a map, because the map could get stolen. I wouldn't ask for directions, because it's meant to be a secret. How will I find it?
My dear, the path to the Comet Forge is the path that we have carved ourselves in the Highlands. Each of our homes. They have the keys which to unlock where the forge is located. We must go to Numbledore and walk the path of giants. At each of the towns in the Hollow Highlands, there's a hidden key. You're an Emberlight. It should reveal itself to you should you seek it. And your path will end in the deepest pits of Durandaral, our capital.
I understand what I must do. And
Your faith,
thank
your ancestry, and your strength will all be tested. Tests that only the Emberlights are allowed to do. It's not saying you can't bring your friends. Oh, of course, of course. I mean, if you trust your friends with the secret, then by all means.
Of course.
But they better
But
keep it secret.
I have a plan once all this is done. Just to make sure that nobody else reveals it. But
We love you, Drana. We trust you with this. We wouldn't be speaking if we didn't.
I love you too so much. And I'm just happy that you're both okay, because there is someone who is after you because of this knowledge.
Oh.
And, I was worried they got to you, which is why I sent the message.
Ah, geez, we just spoke it and already the secret's out? Just our
No.
luck.
It's only known that you know where it is, not where it is. Or what it takes to actually get there.
Oh, that's rough information. That.
Luckily, if me and my group can get to Alaiis, we can nip that in the bud, if you will.
Ah. Well, I hope that all works out for you.
Yeah.
Ancestors know we're not going back to Alaiis anytime soon.
Fair. I mean, the safest place is with the college, because I essentially, for lack of a better term, we kind of might be picking a fight with a god.
Just like the ancestors.
And one of their children is out looking for you, so... Well, quote-unquote children.
Oh?
So I think...
Well, I guess Alafia was right. This was very dramatic timing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I didn't realize how dramatic, though. Okay,
But I think you should be safe with the college, because I doubt the gods want to start warring with each other on top of everything else.
Oh yeah, and they've been taken real good care of us. They have held back no expense in making sure that we're up in our prime shape to get this Electrum goods built for them.
Right. Well,
You have some of that Electrumite, don't you?
of course. And I take off my backpack and dump out the huge chunk of electromite I got from that electromite golem.
That should do very nicely.
Got plans with it.
I hope you do. You're gonna need it.
Oh no, I was asking if you had plans with it. But,
You're the one going to the forge, not us.
oh, oh, you mean for the... I will definitely be keeping this safe. And, again, thank you for finally telling me, and I just want you two to be safe while you're working for the college. And believe me, this secret will be safe and forever protected with me.
Ancestors will hold you to that, Drana.
Thank you. And I'm going to give them both a big ol' hug and kisses all around.
Hugs, kiss. That out of the way. Let's bring the rest of the party back. See what they've been up to.
Yeah, we're back.
So,
Really?
as Drana's been having this conversation with her parents in private, you all walked off with Cassius because you wished to have a discussion with him.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Joust wanted to lead this one off.
Ah, yes. I need to talk with you about something particular that kind of a Laffy did.
Oh?
It involves your master.
What of him?
Oh.
Now, Tora is a very powerful wizard, but I find myself in a unique predicament. We need access to the arcane. And I am unlike most people in this world. In fact, one could say I'm two of a kind.
Oh.
Well, if Tora had spent more time in the academy studying, we would have more access to magic.
Yes.
We haven't exactly gotten to
feel
that side of the world yet.
I feel like Tora's been
Things have
learning
kinda come
on
up.
the road pretty quick too, to be fair.
He's been, yes, he has, but
as is your need, and the Glowing Isles Academy necessitates that sometimes.
But Alafi seemingly brought up an interesting idea, and it involves different gods. Him, a little more elusive. Yours, easier to talk to. In fact, one could say I have the ability to access great videos of knowledge, and there's a type. It's hard to really explain. It'd probably be better if I talk with him. And I'm wondering if you could facilitate a meeting with him and me.
I want to make something very clear. As far back as meeting you all in Portiscale, you have been astute business partners.
Of course.
You have followed your tasks to the T and performed them without question. In return, we have gifted you our knowledge, our acceptance, well as the presence of our archmage.
Mm-hmm.
So why withhold information now?
Well, basically, out of game cards, I would want to try and talk with him to kind of make a pseudo deal like Alafi did, to change from College of Glamour to College of Lore Bard. And that seems relatively in the realm of knowledge to Faye, to distance myself from Alaiis. That's the gist I'm trying to get from him. And it seems like I kind of got to talk with the source, and he's like right there with them, basically. Basically, I think my mind would be able to access greater amounts of knowledge to add to his repertoire of knowing all things. After all, I am a mechanical brain and completely unique.
You're offering yourself up as a student.
Pretty much. Probably the most unique student one of the colleges could have. If not, just need some help teleporting around. So,
That's going to
Not-
cost you.
of course.
Yep.
Our teleportation services are usually held in our embassies, which per person is 2,500 gold. And that is to go anywhere, and I mean anywhere.
Right. Mhm.
I think we just needed to get a teleportation to the embassy of Morrowhaven, right?
If we wanted to come into Gallius from the other side, then yes.
I think it'd be advantageous. It would avoid
Or-
the
I
trouble
think so
we're going to
too.
run into there.
I agree.
Mhm.
Do we even know that that will give us an advantage? Because they don't exactly know what side we're coming from.
Also, it's just faster, Tora. We don't have the time. Days are
Even a
counting
day
down faster than
saved
we know.
is useful.
This would be at least 2 weeks.
How long until the autumn court? How long do we have, Joust?
Hell, it is
Until-
mid. Look at the sun. It is midsummer, if I know.
I
And it is.
believe now would be a good point in time to let Cassius, and thus the entirety of the Glowing Isles, know about the threat that is Alaiis beyond what we thought of it at first.
Right.
Yeah.
That would also be on the table, unless he already knows and he just doesn't want to say it, you know.
I think we've spoken of Alaiis before.
Right.
If we
But I
want
don't
to
remember how
continue to be
much-
business partners,
No,
Right.
no. That's not what we're asking. We do wish to continue to be partners. It's just
Of
this
course.
particular set of information right now is very sensitive information.
World changing.
For the purposes of keeping the world safe as it is, it's best that we're not the only ones that know.
Joust wants to get into the good graces of my god. There must be a mutual benefit.
That does seem true, very much.
Question is, what would you wish for in return?
Oh, the Emberlight family has been very astute in making sure that all of our electromite needs have been getting met.
Right.
Study of the material, the research, as well as the forging of certain items that we may test. See of their validity. Beyond that, however, there's not much else that isn't already being done.
Alafi, I still think that the information that we have still needs to go over to Cassius and to the Archmage by proxy.
I would like you to be our informant.
Oh, really?
Our Magister's spy.
Does sound just the spy. Just thinks about it. I do like that title.
You are very well traveled, and you have been to many of the different places that most average Academy members would not dare venture through,
Right.
or
If
simply
there's
cannot
one thing-
due to their studies.
Right. If there's one thing, I am known to get into all sorts of shenanigans, all around the globe.
It would be a very simple process. You just listen in on conversations, take some notes, and send your reports to us.
I could give you one better. I could give you even audio logs.
Even better.
Seems like a good deal to me.
Did you hear that, Master? And in all of your heads. Oh, I heard it just fine, thanks!
It's like a speakerphone. Oh yeah, totally.
As the god of
Great.
knowledge speaks
Fantastic.
into your minds.
My brain.
Oh, that's fantastic. Immediate headache. Thank you. Thank you.
Death says hi.
Oh, that's very nice of him. You should
I
start
haven't
writing
seen him
more
in the-
often.
I mean, considering the fact that he is death, I mean, I would imagine he's busy, right?
Oh, busy as a lump on a log watching the driftwood roll in.
He does a very important job, by
Right.
my standards at least.
Yeah.
But no, I
Yeah.
believe I have everything I need for this to work out.
And after all, I know how you like to, do little things against certain other gods. And I really don't like one god in particular, if you catch my drift, sir.
Oh, I know.
Just finger gun at the air. Oh, yeah.
Quick question. Were you aware of what exactly Alaiis' true nature is?
Yes?
Figures.
Of course.
This pains me.
Like,
He would know it the second we know it.
because
He would have known it already. It's not even electromite related.
I can't wait for Drana to come back from her conversation, and then we can potentially have even more electrolyte-related conversation.
Potentially.
Well, if this is all gonna get started hopping off the ground, then I suppose you're going to need a symbol of your new position. I believe Cassius will have that if he wishes to hand it to you. Well, if there's anything else you want to share with me, you know where to find me.
not at all. But I'll talk to your guy who works for you. All right.
Just silence.
Ah, man, I'm used to talking to the air. It's nice that it talks back this time. Except for that one rock. That rock talk, I really like to talk.
And with that, Cassius sort of brings out this thick tome. And he hands it to you, Joust.
Right, let me just pick that. Oh, yes. I don't have the anchor arms. That's heavy.
Second. Yeah, I would say it's about a blank encyclopedia-sized book.
Ah, I have an Encyclopedia Britannica. Good.
Sort of bound by one of those, like, unlocking winches that just keeps it tight.
Oh, cool.
You know, like the ones you
That's
see at the
lovely.
Renaissance Fair, you kind of like screw it open and it looks like a gear.
Ooh. Yeah, a little crank one.
Yeah.
Hey, crank. Yeah, neat. Ah, it's a lovely book.
And it is exclusively yours for your note-taking.
Oh boy. I do need to work on my penmanship.
Need to work on your note taking. That way you remember things.
Remember what? Oh, right. I'll write that down.
So all of the pages except for the far one in the back are normal. The one in the back is the one that you'll be sending messages through us.
Of course. I get it. Mm.
Once you write upon the notes that you need on the last page, ink will then disappear and we will have it.
Oh, cool. Seems like an idea. Seems like a good idea.
It's a fancy book.
I do love books.
And Joust, should you choose to accept this gift, you can now become a lore bard.
Yeah, it's like Joust is just like, well then, I suppose we should shake on it. And I just like had my hand out for Cassius. Just a formality.
Just shrugs and shakes your hand.
Yeah, and then Joust is just almost like, okay, that's not much. Like, oh, like arcane, like power in the eye. Ah, well, that's perfect. That would be no problem at all. And wow, my mind expands like the infinite void of everything. As Joust is just like that 1,000-yard stare of like beyond the wall.
I think for now it's more of a sponge and a waste bin.
Yes, but how deep does the
Right,
waste basket go? As he like thinks like
Only
these
one way
questions.
to find out.
So now
Right,
we have you with your pact, pointing at Pain. You with your pact, kind of, deal.
Packed.
Me with my pact. What are you going to get, Tora?
You want to join in on the club?
One of us. One of
One of us. One of us.
No,
We will
you know I don't like to get hung up on connections.
He'll drop out
I
of
ju-
college first.
One of what?
I haven't had a chance to join first.
Exactly. That's why it's
Oh,
funny.
Drona, you need to pick one too.
It's called
What?
taking
You
shortcuts,
already kinda
Tora.
got a
Get
blood
out
pact.
with
Yeah, I
it.
guess we'll get to that.
Yeah, she's got that covered with Camelot. Don't worry about that.
What?
Called
Everybody
fucking
wheeling and
recording.
dealing.
Just
all
as a
about-
spy now.
Secret. You see Jazz just like, yes, I am secret agent. Jazz like tuxedo. Secret agent.
I love the fact that you
Jazz.
can just immediately tuxedo too. It's great.
I've been given a notebook and taking your lore away.
So,
He's writing down your secrets and getting away.
Hey, Joust.
Uh-huh.
Are you
Yes.
still wanting to do like any dream shenanigans with anyone?
Oh, I didn't forget that, but now I know infinitely more spells. The magics that unlock in my mind could destroy the world around it. I'm gonna write that
This shift
down.
will happen the next level up.
Yeah. But yes, Jazz thinks about it. He's like, but yes, of course I could do that, but teleportation shouldn't be a problem now.
Drona. We've been opening up a little bit more information to Cassius, given that things are starting to take a step higher. What did you learn?
Yeah, and are your parents doing well?
Oh yes.
They look wet.
They're,
Oh, good,
They're
good.
fine. They're going to be
Good.
remaining with the college.
Oh, cool. They give out really good books.
Yep, we've said our piece and give her our hugs and kisses.
Indeed.
Oh, Cassius, if you want to just round us back up.
Hold up. What did you learn, Drona?
Hmm?
Did you not ask about the thing? The forge?
I think she's been given everything she needs about that, but for now, let's go.
Huh?
It's
Hey,
good to
hang
see
on,
you.
hang on. Before you go, just a small thing. Can I just pull you aside for just real quick? I'd like some advice.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good if we talking private real quick?
Do you need a dome?
No.
Okay.
Just off to the side is fine.
What, are you trying to get laid?
No.
Ilafi bursts out laughing.
And Joust writes it down. Pain needs to get laid. And then like writes that down the book.
Fuck up, Joust.
Oh, put that on the last page. Sorry.
Aura has
Look at
the
you stand.
biggest smirk toward Pain right now.
Shut. No.
Look,
no.
I'm sure
And then I
whatever it
walk
is, you
over
can
to-
just whisper it into my ear and it'll be fine.
It's to get away from these guys so that they don't stop, so they can stop staring.
Okay, fine. Alafi, what does he mean by getting laid?
Yeah. So anyway, so just pulling Sven aside.
Pulling these two.
Old married couple aside, and
Okay, how do you fucking do it?
Well, when two dwarfs love each other very much.
No, not that, not that. That I don't really need to worry about. I'm talking about like, how does one be fucking romantic or whatever?
You just see the couple smirk at each other, like they do that little look.
You like Tora, don't you, Pain?
Mm.
The SpongeBob. Mm.
Don't look at me like that. Just answer my question, please.
Rapture him. Make him feel like
How?
he's the only one in the room.
How do I fucking do that?
Still got a heart in those veins, right?
Yeah.
Use it.
Okay. Follow-up question. How do I not be fucking awkward and weird about it?
Pain, dear, darling. Your first romance is always going to be awkward. There's no getting
Fuck.
around that. But if you two really care for each other, that's only going to make things better, not worse. If you can get past the awkward and there's still acceptance in those eyes of his, you'll know it's meant to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. That's really all I wanted to ask. And you speak about this to no one.
All our ancestors.
Alright. So you're so keen to actually get away. What's going on? Is Drona in trouble?
Let's just say there's too many ears listening in.
Gotcha.
You know all that super secret spy business and all that.
Oh, believe me.
Or
I
whatever
don't.
you do.
It's better you don't know.
And as you're all walking back, Sven just sort of like does that like sassy walk as he just like leans over to like, somebody likes you.
Shut the no.
All right, Cassius, time to take us home. All right. So I'm everybody's teleporting bitch now.
Thank you for your service, Cassius.
And just with the flash, just three of them are gone.
Pain is pulling his hood over his head to bury his face.
Aura is gonna pull on the back of your hood to try and get it off of you.
No.
No hiding.
Mm,
No, come out of there.
no. Can't make me.
Alright, those two are gone. Bye, everyone. But did Drum's parents already leave? Did I miss a beat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say fine. It's fine. I understand.
Oh, did we
Sorry.
lose
love-
Joust?
Yeah, Joust
yeah.
had to
Yeah.
go.
Ah, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He mentioned that before we
Yeah.
started, remember?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He
Yeah.
had work
He had
that
work.
demanded him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
John Capitalism, damn
We
you.
got through all the important stuff, so now we can be silly for the rest of the session.
Okay, cool.
Well, there is one more.
Oh yeah,
important
there's
thing.
definitely.
Oh yeah. Let me just put it here.
Oh, what
there
have
we
you
go.
done?
Alright. So,
Eh?
I assume Camelot's still out, right?
Camelot went for a walk.
Yeah, okay. So it's just us.
It's just you guys.
Alright. I know how to find the Comet Forge.
Oh fuck.
We got a location?
I know a place where we could start looking, but not a full location.
It's better than nothing. What do you got?
We're going to be, well, if we're going there directly, we're headed towards the Hollow Highland.
Shit.
So we are being drawn in two directions. Albeit the forge probably isn't going anywhere. We have a pirate to kill. That seems important.
Yeah.
Plus, we need the numbers. Are you gonna be okay with, the whole Alaiis situation, Drona? I know that's your home.
Well, I now have a way to make sure that the civilians are safe and won't just be executed for piracy, which has been my biggest worry about signing up with the,
I'm sure, a full pardon's gonna be arranged, yeah.
What's your plan?
Now, if we are correct about where the beholder is, then we can use that to fearmonger everyone to leave, and then we can just give the empty boat to the people here.
That's the problem, is that we don't know if the beholder is there. And if he is, how do we know that they're even able to leave?
Once he's dead, then we could fearmonger all we want, and they can start a new city elsewhere. That's the point. Because they're pirates. They're born to be free, not under some god's thumb.
True.
So now we're banking on the fact that this is a trap. So we can kill the actual beholder and then hold it over everybody's heads that it's still alive.
Yep.
Morrowhaven doesn't operate under... Oh, then odds are people aren't going to be keen on heading to Morrowhaven. Where would the free spirits of Alaiis go?
It doesn't matter. It's not our problem.
They would need to be scattered.
Which, they're pirates. They're good at doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they need to get away, the news of Alaiis falling to...
To Volton?
I forgot. Yeah, thank you. To Volton would be enough, no? Raining Veil, thanks.
I mean, it could be, but I wouldn't bet on it, considering how many pirates there are. And
At the end of the day, pirates are going to be pretty good at taking care of themselves, no?
which is why I'm not worried about them leaving. So if we warn them that we are currently at our weakest, a god, we just killed a demigod, and now Volton is coming to siege the city, people are going to start running.
I have a question, though. It might put a little bit of a damper on your plans. What about those in the town that aren't pirates? All the returned.
The returned apparently are okay living here, so I wouldn't assume anything. I wouldn't assume any different for when Bolton takes over.
Do we maybe want to have one more conversation with the higher ups here before we go then? See if they're willing to talk about the whole piracy thing?
I mean, I think that was already in the discussion that we had previously.
I mean, specifically about letting the at least half decent.
I feel like
Half
that's a
decent pirates is a very weird
conversation.
thing to say, honestly.
I feel like
Well,
that's a conversation
as
that we
you-
will have after we take care of
As
Gallius.
as you rightfully stated, Laffy, not everyone there is pirates, and those who aren't have nothing to fear. Just new occupation, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But it's better
Will be
than
too much
whatever they're
different
going
than
through right now.
exactly. I mean, there's always the other option. You
Okay.
just keep it. I understand we need as many allies as we can get, but it's obvious that, at minimum, the Reigning Veil won't get in our way. We've
Yeah,
already
but
been amicable to them. They'll likely be amicable to you in future. Instead of a pirate fleet, maybe convince most of your people to be trade fleets.
You're not wrong, but there's kind of an issue with that, right? Like most pirates won't to want that, and on top of that, we're not going to be around to protect them. You know? So we
I mean, there
we
must be
already-
a reason why they haven't taken it back from the Basilisk.
the Basilisk was one of their own, technically speaking. Despite being a traitor.
He was also a formidable opponent, and he had the numbers and the fear-mongering on his side to back him up. He had strong people at his side, too.
Yeah,
And
we have to.
to refresh in your memories a bit, it was also said from official higher-ups that if they spent the resources necessary to take down Gallius, they would be vulnerable to another god's attack.
Yeah.
Besides,
Everyone's
they're
kind
not
of at a stalemate right now.
It's not just Gallius, it's also Keen down south that they have to worry about.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the circumstance hasn't changed that much in Gallius. I think that if we can get usurpers dealt with, you could still hold it, Drana. Especially, we were having a little bit of a joke chat with Joust, myself, and Payne having all gained our individual packs, essentially. We know who's just north of Gallius. Maybe Gallius just needs...
Which is why I want to talk with him.
Mm-hmm.
There are many reasons I wish to talk with this god, and if he is willing to work with us, then we got another ally on our side. But either way, once we go to Gallius, it seems like we're heading to the Hollowed Highlands afterwards. That's not going to change.
Which is good, because I would like to try to save my family that's there.
Of course. I specifically, apparently, our journey starts in Nombledor.
Oh,
And then
interesting.
Didn't expect it.
Nah, most of the important stuff happens around Durandara. Looks like we won't be saving my family just yet.
It's on the block. It's on the docket. Don't worry about it.
Alafi, with your history with Hollow Highlands, Numbledore is where the hill giants of the faction call themselves home.
Hmm. The weakest of the giants stay there. Like the hill ones that we caught while they were sleeping.
Yes.
Oh, those fuckers?
Mm-hmm. Albeit
there.
much more numerous than 3. That's how they keep their powers. Surprising numbers, despite being gigantic.
But they're the basic bitches, right?
I mean, you saw what happened to 3. We happened upon them while they were asleep and they didn't get to wake up.
That was unfortunate and also very funny.
Yes. We will make it to Durandaral as soon as we can, but
Saving the world is important. My family is apparently under at least some safety thanks to my son, so I greatly appreciate that. We'll be okay. I am, unsurprisingly, not one to rush things.
there. All right. So I think I speak with the God of Blood tonight. If Joust is still up for casting that dream spell, and then we'll worry about what we can do next.
Not to speak for just too much, but I think he's been alright with that. That was the plan, after all.
Yes.
Unless you want to have Cassius do it instead for whatever reason.
Cassius
think
is
we
not
asked-
here.
I think we ask him for enough as it is.
Yeah, he needs a break, honestly.
Just huffing and puffing, like, do you have any idea how many level 7 spells I've spent on you and you all alone?
Still don't trust him.
Still very much a Lex Luthor type.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Drona, roll me a d100.
Yes, sir. 11.
11.
1T1.
So Joust will be casting a dream on you tonight. Or the medium, the messenger. Who are you sending this dream to?
Totally forgot his name, but I remember I fucking wrote it down. I know I have this name in
It's
here.
right. It's right there.
Oh, yeah. Zulian, the god of war.
Boy, this is really awkward. I'm gonna need the room again. And the second time you get to do this.
Yeah, twice in one session. It's
Twice in one session do you get a one-on-one.
Hey, I've been starved of these. Alright.
But so, ordinarily per the spell, you would be able to decide the surroundings in the area with which you are. But since you are casting Dream on essentially a god, a figure that technically doesn't require sleep, and yet it gets sent to him anyways. Them, rather. Seem to find yourself in this wide and vast nightscape. It's bright snow white moon. Very large, very much close. Contrasting with dunes upon dunes of red sand. As the wind brushes across the sand, the earthy texture just flows up into a blood-like rain. Well, well. I was not expecting to hear from you again.
Well,
As from the sand, you see this figure slowly, and sand sort of streams off of them like water.
well, you left such a good impression on me that when the time came, I felt you would be the perfect person to ask for help.
Suppose you're not here for flattery, though.
No, I am here with I want to say an offer, but also we need your help, or I do at the very least. I didn't think this would happen so soon, but we're looking to take back Gallius. And we have reason to believe that a demigod has taken it over. We just don't know how to get there, if we could get it by surprise, and if we even have the strength capable of dealing with him. Because he nearly killed all of us in a single swipe the last time.
I believe the last time you were unprepared and unsuspecting of the raw power that he held.
True.
Things are a little different. Yet, they remain the same. I gave you the means to conquer Gallius last time, and yet you have lost it.
I have, and I regret losing it. But the people there still need protection, and if I am to be their protector, I will. And aside from that, it is possible that I may have encountered a group that could give you something that you want as well.
Bold to presume that a mortal knows what a god wants. But I'm curious.
Do you want to be worshipped again?
Again with the presumptions.
You are no longer worshipped in this land. You are a forgotten god.
Not in Eos, no. I was exiled from here. Quite the millennia ago. Those that worship me in Eos do so in secret, but beyond the reaches, there is a gathering. Do not think I don't have worshippers just because you have it in secret here.
Oh no. My point was that I can get you worshippers here.
And how do you propose that happen?
Well, the vampires here are feuding in a blood war, and the victor is going to come out on top, ruling all the other vampire houses, showing their strength and power.
Yes,
And
has been a vicious battle.
if you're and if the house that wins is empowered by you, all the vampires will follow suit. Especially since everything being appropriate, you seem to use a lot of their favorite trait in how you like us mortals to perceive you.
Are you offering the vampire houses to me?
I am saying that if our houses come out on top, you will be seen in a more favorable light by them, and yes, an exiled god seems to be the perfect god for an exiled people. If you are willing. Want me to roll persuasion, or is that not going to work on a god?
And in return for these new worshippers, what would I be doing for you?
Make me your champion. Your champion in Eos, at least. The rest of the world, you may have others, but in Eos, someone needs to be your foothold. And I don't plan on dying anytime soon.
This god of war raised scythe. This huge gash within the sands between you two. Spray of dust and blood just frays out in front of you. Your vision becomes blurry. It appears as though there are conflicting stories here. You wish to be my champion, and yet you worship other things.
A champion is one that can fight for the god.
On behalf of a god. You would be as much my arm as my own.
And because I also follow my ancestors, who are not gods, and who only have the powers of times past.
And yet you
And
cling on to your amulets asking for their divine grace. How curious.
I cling onto my amulet and spill my blood for the grace of the people that came before me. War brings death, and you have shown that you care for more of life than just the war that is caused by your worshippers. You have shown that to me. It's why It's why I don't wish to end my own life because of who I was born as. It's why I want. It's why I want to help you, and it's why I want to. I want to help everyone. I want. No. I need to save these people, and my ancestors are going to be key to that.
But are you willing to sacrifice that history to get what you need?
No, but would you not want a champion that could slay a god?
To slay the kin that abandoned me at the crater. The kin that showed me I have no place here. For I had to forge my own path, my own following, my own worshippers.
My ancestors were enemies of the gods, but but enemies don't have to be enemies forever. And I'm looking for the aid of a god to work alongside me and my ancestors. And I will be your champion, and do as you say, but I cannot give up my the place in my heart where my ancestors are, because they're the only way to save as many people as possible.
Begin to feel sinking sand. Like a whirlpool. Sink you beneath. You will not be my champion, eh?
Will you at least help me take back Alaiis? At least give us a way to your domain so we can get the jump on them.
Brings the scythe to your neck as half your body is sunken in. The weight of the blade, the only thing keeping sinking down. Do you know why you lost Alaiis? Put a commander in charge that was not ready for. Champion who was ready to seek peace. He died without their leader. He died knowing their champion walked away. As I will walk.
So you're going to leave me to die, do you think?
I will leave you to the one thing you hold dear. And she just lifts the scythe out and allows you to sink sand. Feel this suffocating pressure before the immense force wakes you up from your dream. And that is where we're going to end the session.
Ah!
The only image I have is a message in chat, ... phrasing. What happened? We don't get to know.
Oh, just some cool peeps entering. But either way, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you.
There's
This was a very roleplay heavy session, but I'm glad we got to explore all the avenues available.
Yeah.
If I may, there's one last thing. I drew a bunch of arrows. Can you go look at what I'm pointing at?
Oh my god.
Yep, that's character sheet, all right.
Mhm.
Sure is. What's on that character sheet?
You son of a bitch. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Love your faces. Bye-bye. You'll never know.